Welcome to WagerTalk TV, another episode of Ask the Experts. I'm here with Tony Finn and Marco D'Angelo, and I already need help with baseball. It's like May, and I already need help with baseball. I'm already over it. Okay, so the question comes from, I lost it, at Davey Baseball. Davey's question is about money lines and money management. For example, last night I bet the Rangers at plus 115. I wake up in the morning and they're at plus 135. Do you bet them again? Yes or no? What % of line move would make you place a second bet? Or is the rule, once you bet them once, the line moves too bad, money management is one bet?
For me, I'll start in on that. That would not make me make a second bet in baseball. And the reason for that is you have to win the game, okay? You're going to get back more at the plus 135, but you still have to win the game. If you're talking about a difference in a basketball or a football game, if I bet a game at plus 6 and now it's at plus 7.5, that's a whole different story.
Absolutely.
If I already like them at 6, I'm going to come back and take another piece at 7.5 because I just increased my chances of winning by getting more points. All I'm increasing is if I already won my first bet, that I'm going to get a little bit more on the take back. It's not worth the risk to reward for me as far as the baseball goes. Yes.
Absolutely. Okay. That makes sense to me. But I think what he's getting at is that the sharp money is going the other way. I mean, if it's increasing 20%, the books aren't giving out free money here on the Rangers. So to me, I may even want to lay off of that bet a little bit, maybe, especially just the way the market moves in baseball. Like we saw, for today's example, the Cincinnati Reds. A bunch of people were on them. I saw the line moving. Ralph sent a text. I said, fine, okay. And I, laid like $1.50 in the first 5 or something ridiculous that I could have laid like 135 if I wouldn't have waited so long. So that kind of scenario where maybe I see the line move, it helps me get onto a game. But in this case, I would almost want to get off.
Luis Castillo pitching tonight, by the way.
Okay.
Excellent.
Great.
It's outstanding. Marco's right. Here, let me reverse this a little and throw a caveat in, and that is, why did the line? First off, try to find out why the line moved.
Okay.
Okay. Is it because in this situation? It's not in this situation that he described because Bryce Harper doesn't play for Texas. But if I bet overnights, I'm betting because I firmly believe I've read or I've heard or I believe or a trend is telling me that I'm going to get the best number overnight.
So you have all the information that you need before you bet it.
I'm going to have the best number overnight.
Okay.
And if he mentions money management, as Marco suggested here, I'm not going to come back and play this again because if I'm playing my overnight, I've played my budget. I've played it on my number. And if I'm going to stretch my budget, I have an in-game budget. Most of the time, it would be in-game plays too. So
okay.
I do both. And and I'm a trip handicapper. Marco's a trip handicapper. At least he's in that business as a horse. And if a horse had a bad trip, the next time out, I'm probably going to play him. And if I'm watching a game and I'm seeing some bad trips by some players or some pitches or some umpire's calls, then it will entice me to play in game. But for the most part, I want to know why that line moved. Why did your Cincinnati line move? Was it sharp money? You mentioned sharp money. Was it sharp money? Was it someone getting pulled? Was it a rumor that Bryce Harper's not going to play, or there's going to be a pitcher change? And the pitcher change in most cases, unless you're on action, is going to null your bet anyway.
Correct.
But there's so many different variables that come into play.
In most instances, from the overnight to the line in the morning, there's a lineup change.
Yes.
Okay. There's going to be let's face it, the sharps do bet at night. The people that are attacking the baseball lines, the guys looking for the best numbers, have their own power ratings and such. They're attacking the opening numbers at night. But a lot of times, that play is based. They're projecting the strongest lineups for both teams, the normal lineups. The next day, if it's a Wednesday afternoon game, it's a getaway game. A lot of times, managers, that's when they sit a star player if they want to give them a day off. If they're the road team and they're traveling as soon as that game's over and they're playing in another city the next night, they might rest a starter, and that would change a line 20 cents. So you got to understand where the moves are.
Backup catchers on day games after night games. A big difference, especially depending on who's pitching. Absolutely.
All right, good stuff, guys. $9 Monday at WagerTalk, and all daily packages for Monday's action, plus NHL, NBA, and MLB priced at only $9. That includes any 5% best bets, normally priced at $30.